Hello everyone, Paul Rich free service. Was tending to have some pretty buffering why you would use one versus the other. So without further ado, let's get started. So we are going to go into this, we're going to dig right into this topic. There's basically two options. Option number one is when you're talking about low latency live streaming is to do what YouTube is calling optimize for low latency. So you can see here there's two options there. This is in the advanced settings of your live streaming tab. So when you set up your live stream, there's all the regular information about title, description, and tags. And then right next to that, you're going to see an advanced tab. And in that advanced tab, you'll see the optimization, the stream optimization settings, where you can do either low latency or buffering. Now here are the differences. If you are having a huge audience and you've got a lot of live people that might want to be using the chat and you need to respond to those people, then you want to go with the low latency optimization. If you are doing more of, like, let's say you're streaming a concert, for example, and you want to have a really great recording at the end of the day of that live stream, you might want to go with buffering because the band's not going to stop and answer questions for chat. So what happens is basically when there's a latency is introduced over the public internet. So when you stream directly to YouTube, there could be a blip here or there. And what YouTube will do is they'll say, hey, look, we're noticing a blip here. Let's introduce a buffer so that instead of actually skipping content, we're just going to slow down our stream because and then they have the ability to kind of like smooth out the recorded video. So if you're relying on YouTube to record your video, you may want to optimize for buffering so that you can have the best recording possible available on demand as soon as your live stream is over. So it really depends whether you need that live interactivity with your audience or you really want to have that great video recorded to be on demand after your live stream. So those are the two things you need to think about when you are live streaming something like this. So that's really it, guys. We just wanted to be able to kind of show where you can get that and why you'd want to use it for live streaming. If this was helpful for you at all, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of great tips and tutorials, all based on live streaming. We've got a ton of great content on YouTube Live in particular. And then we have free virtual sets like the one I've been presenting from in this video that you guys can take advantage of as well. So thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.
What causes your stream to be glitchy and buffer? In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix some of the most common causes of buffering in your live stream. Hello, I'm Stephen Ballast. Welcome to my channel where I explore worship technology solutions. As more people are setting up video systems to live stream, I'm sure some of you are running into issues where your stream is glitchy and has to buffer. I'm going to walk you through a few steps you can take to troubleshoot these issues and get things running smoothly. First, and I can't stress this enough, you need to know what the upload speed of your internet connection is. That is the pathway that your video stream is taking to get out to the world, so it's the starting point of knowledge that you need in order to do any troubleshooting. The easiest way to measure your upload speed is on any computer. Go to speedtest.net and take a measurement. I'm on a typical cable modem right now, and my upload speed measures just about 5 megabits per second. From that number, we can determine a bit rate that your internet connection will be able to sustain. And the calculation is pretty simple. Your bit rate should be half of your upload speed. But that assumes the internet connection is dedicated to your stream. Any other devices that are consuming bandwidth on your connection will lower your maximum bitrate even more. In the case of this connection, I could stream at a maximum bitrate of 2.5 megabits per second. To set that in OBS, I'd go to Settings, Output, and set the bitrate accordingly. For me, 2500. One thing to understand is the difference between bitrate and resolution. Resolution is just the size of the canvas. Bitrate is how much data you send to fill in the details. So you can stream at 1920 by 1080 resolution and use a low bitrate, but it's not going to look very good. You've got a big canvas and not very much detail to fill it, whereas you could use that same bitrate and stream at 640 by 360 resolution, and it will look nice and sharp because you've got enough data to fill in the canvas. It's a matter of finding a balance between the bitrate you can stream and what resolution will look good at that bitrate. The next thing to check if your stream is buffering or glitchy is if you're using Wi-Fi. Do not use Wi-Fi for your stream, period. End of story, just don't do it. While Wi-Fi may advertise high bit rates, those are theoretical peak speeds and are not sustained. Also, Wi-Fi bandwidth is shared by the devices connected to the access point, so any other devices are interfering with your stream. For streaming, you need a constant sustained throughput of data, so use a hardwired Ethernet connection. Those two things, understanding your maximum bitrate and not using Wi-Fi, usually solve 90% of people's streaming issues. If you're still having trouble, check your computer's CPU and RAM usage for live streaming. If your computer's CPU or RAM, things you can try are, first, stream at the resolution of the incoming video. Or put another way, if you want to stream at 720 resolution, make sure the video coming into your computer is 720. That way the computer can, so lowering the bitrate can help your computer by giving it a fine stream from your attention. A free tool I discovered time data, interrupting your computer long enough to be causing the dropouts in your stream. That's running audio. Goodbye.